Hey guys, Ryan here, and today I'm going to be bringing you two replays in the Type 59-2. Now, the reason that I'm bringing this video today is that yesterday's video in the T44-100 on Sand River, I wanted to provide a bit of context for that video, and that is, in that game, me and Curtis were talking about the Type 59-2, and he was saying how I should get one. And only 3 games after that Sand River game, I got a personal offer for the Type 59-2. Now, it only lasted till Monday, and I couldn't get it till Tuesday, which is a huge shame. However, Curtis, being my hero, actually transferred me. He sent me £10 so I could buy it. So I said to him, awesome, thank you so much, bro. And I went, I'll transfer you back your 10 quid on Tuesday, and he went, don't even worry about it. So, thanks to Curtis, I've got about 6 or 7 Type 59-2 replays to bring you. I won't bring you them all back to back, but yeah, let's say I like this tank a lot, and it's all thanks to Curtis that I've got it. So I did promise him I would call him an absolute fucking hero in the video. Big shout out to Curtis. Oh, this tank is so... I can't believe he bought me it. Now, before we get into this game, how this tank performs, I just want to say, this tank, in my opinion, is one of the best looking tanks in World of Tanks. Like, it looks so nice. When you get a platoon of them together, driving side by side, it looks great. So, me and Curtis on Arctic region, it's a tier 8 game. There's one tier 9 on each team, but I'm just going to call it a tier 8 game. And this T49 is playing a bit risky. Already got 2 shots in. Now, this is my first tank of this type with the 390 Alpha and APCR standard at tier 8, and I fucking love it so much. I don't mind the slow rate of fire, I just love having that APCR with the fast shell velocity. Really nice. Curtis is pushing the T44 with a Tiger, I think it is. I could be wrong. He's got a teammate over there anyway. And now a T43 is coming to join them. I am paying attention to my mini-map. And you're going to see, I noticed that tank behind me, but I'm going to try and help with the T44. Who's using the 122mm gun, which is rather meme-worthy. Now I've just noticed that medium tank isn't stopping, he actually is coming all the way, so I thought he was going to stop. And it's a Type 59-2. Terrible shot by me, he turned in at a perfect moment. Type 59-2 decided to come round. And he's going to quickly realise, now that Curtis and our Tiger has finished with the T43, and I bounce another shot, he's going to try running now, because I think he's realised he's run out of friends. I tried to get the tracking shot there, didn't manage it, but I did damage him, and damage his fuel tanks. And, let me tell you, I've not played too many Chinese tanks, but I hear that they get set on fire a lot. This thing's no different. It gets set on fire, its fuel tanks gets damaged quite a lot. Now, in this game, the enemy have a lot of TDs. Some of them are tier 7, or quite a few are, but still, TDs are TDs. Now, that Type 59-2 down in the ditch. I'm worried that if I cross over, I get shot from the right, and Curtis is looking a little lonely up there, so we're trying to decide what to do, whether we should push across the Type 59-2 or push down the other flank. You see, this is where we're just stopping in game and we're just talking in party at the moment. And what I've decided is, we're going to have a look around this corner to see what's what, because if they've got TDs pre-aiming down here, that would be an issue, and artillery could be aiming down here. So I'm going to very slowly move up. Nice snapshot into the Adler. One of the TDs is looking here, and it's a bone shaker. So obviously, after he's got, you can pin it through the front, but at long range, it's going to be a little bit harder to hit where you need to hit. And the Type 59-2 doesn't have the best penetration, 200 standard and 250 heat. But the nice thing is, because this has such fast APCR shells, I find myself not loading the heat too often because I'd rather have the shell velocity. What we've decided now is, with the bone shaker over there to the right, we've realised that the T59-2 is alone. So me and Curtis are just going to rust this Type 59-2. He gets spotted, he probably has no idea we're coming. I get a shot into him. He's going to start coming for me. Now that Curtis is a one-shot, I've decided I'll go forward and take the shot. I think I bounced off his lower plate there. Not too sure. Bit of a shame. Now I need to go forward to stop him from shooting Curtis. And to get the shot in. Now, I've said to Curtis, we need to watch out in case that bone shaker's coming. And I just saw the tree fall, and I'm pretty sure it's the bone shaker. And here he is. Trying to get round to the side of him. Terrible shot by me. Curtis gets ram-killed by him. Now, you're going to see some terrible gameplay from me and the bone shaker here. That bone shaker should have backed up to the mountain. I don't know why he drove forwards. So I'm going to get behind him. I can't see on the map that I've got a teammate coming to join me. Another shot into the engine. Okay, now he's backing up. I'm in trouble. He can one-shot me. However, what you're going to see is, so I played terribly here. I shouldn't have allowed this to happen. I bounce. I'm expecting to die. And he's not even looking at me. He's going for the teammate of mine instead. Now that he's fired, I know I've got the time to just drive around in front of him and go around. So, for all intents and purposes, I should have died there, but he decided to focus the VK instead, which I'm not complaining about. It allowed me to get a couple extra shots in, but I do want everyone to recognise, and I do like calling out my own mistakes, that was poor play by me and him, so we'll take equal blame for that. 133,000 profit with no silver boost, which is very nice. 3,900 damage and 3 kills. This was my third game in the tank. The first one was 2,200 damage, the second one was about 3,000 damage. So, in terms of like average damage I'm managing in this thing, it's actually going pretty good. Geotag on our team did very well, and my gun handling actually went alright there, although I bounced a couple shots. I probably shouldn't have. Well, and then we talk about that lower plate bounce off the Type 59 too, but, you know, won the game still, it's all good. But, yeah, this tank seems to make pretty good silver, but I suppose that's what you get when you have a tank with pretty decent alpha for its tier. That you expect a tank with good alpha to make good silver. Now, that was only a second class, but in the next game, funnily enough, also an Arctic region. And let me tell you, on Friday when me and Curtis were playing, the map rotation was shite. We basically got about 5 different maps, all over 6 hours. We got Arctic region, we got Malinovka winter, got Pilsen just a couple times, I think 2 Himmelsdorf games, and Fisherman's Bay. So we only got like 5 or 6 maps over the entirety of a 6-hour play session. So that's why you're seeing this map again. And it's also from the same spawn, but this game they have 2 artillery, and they have a lot of medium tanks, well both teams do, so I'm expecting a little bit more movement this game. So, what's going to happen is, me and Curtis are planning on going to the same place over a B2, B3. Now, I am aware that they have some medium tanks with good gun to press. They've got 2 FV4202s, and they've got the STRV, the Swedish Centurion. Who, if I was them, I would go to the opposite side of the hill where I'm going, because you can get hull down there. So I'm expecting them to be there, but me and Curtis want to get there anyway. It's quite a good position to be at. I definitely wouldn't go down south where our team's going, because with 2 artillery, that's pretty much suicide. As expected, the tanks with good gun to press, at least the first 2 of them, are coming over here. And the STRVs here. So all 3 tanks with good gun to press and have shown up, but I think they're all... I know the 2 FV2s are platooned together. I don't know about the FV. Sorry, the STRV. Curtis is quite an interesting position there, where his armour is quite well angled. I'm happy to take that shot from the STRV. I would have preferred not to, but he has 230 alpha, I've got 390, so that's a good trade. Firefly backs up just as I reload. Now with the FV4202s, they've got a rather flat turret like Tier 10 one. I do get penned through the turret. I think I got cupola sniped by the STRV. Unfortunately, I cannot quite cupola snipe him. And that position Curtis is at is going to work quite well for me. Just get penned there. See, aiming for the turret, straight through a standard round. So you can pen the turret in an FV202 even when he's hull down, by aiming, if he's got his gun pointed straight at you, by aiming right next to the gun. Of course, it's got the angles for auto ricochet, so if you miss to the left or right and hit a bit higher, you will bounce. So you just have to avoid the sloped armor above the gun. See, I'm going to try it again. Unfortunately, I don't even bounce off him, I just miss. It's a bit of a shame. The little bush in front of us is making it a little bit more awkward to see where I'm aiming. We do have a tank at the little hill supporting us. Another shot into his turret. And also, for me, in my T-44-100, I only carry one high explosive round because of the alpha damage. In this tank, because it carries quite a few shells considering it has 390 alpha, I can actually bring 5 high explosive shells, which is really nice, because you saw in the T-44-100 gameplay, I couldn't one-shot that artillery even with high explosive. With the Type 92 and the 390 alpha, I have a much better chance of being able to do that. So, another benefit of Type 59 too. Now, I was going around to have a look, see what I could do. Shot at Tiger 1, I'm going to aim all the way in, and roll for 415. I was going to say another benefit, but it's just the same benefit about the alpha damage. I've rolled for 440, 460 in this thing, and those are really nice numbers to see. With standard rounds. Especially when you're hitting tier 10 tanks. Gonna try and get another sneaky shot in. I'm thinking now that he's gone undetected, he might push forward again. So I'm going to wait a little bit, and then I'm going to try and blind shot him, but it doesn't happen. And now I'm off back to help Curtis. He's now one shot. I want to get there quickly. Curtis has picked up the STRV though, at least. And you're going to see I'm going to drive off in front so that he doesn't shoot Curtis. And in fact, Curtis actually picks up the kill on him. Now he just got his teammate to go for. Nice snapshot into the side for 430. Now our teammate's shown up, but like our teammate's going to push, and the issue is, I probably should have helped him here. However, before our teammate pushed, I was actually saying to Curtis how we don't want to go round there because there's 2 artillery. Not to mention the Tiger and the Tiger 2. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and help him. Which I successfully do. Again, that wasn't a fully aimed shot. I got rather lucky that hit. And what I've decided is, if we're quick, we can push down here without getting shot by the RT. And the other thing that Curtis pointed out is the RT could be shooting at our teammates down south. Now, I'm going to see me start loading my first heat shell because there's a Chrysler K over here, and as soon as I load one, I have to shoot the side of a Tiger 2. So I would have rather had APCR loaded for that, but what can you do? Because the Chrysler K, definitely 200mm of pan is nowhere near enough to go through his lower plate. I'm going to try and go through the weaker turret of the Tiger 2, but I'm going to fuck up these shots. And you see, because I'm spotted, I'm quite scared, and I don't really want to stay still for too long aiming. Because I've stated it before, artillery, and one of them's American, so he's got a very big gun. French artillery's dead, been taken out by our artillery. Tiger 2's now dead, and now I'm thinking I want to push and get rid of the Chrysler K. Now he's going to take 2 shots. He gets me the side of his turret, which is excellent, because what that means is, now if I want to push, he's only a 1 shot. Unfortunately, Curtis gets picked up, and now that he's fired, I was going to wait till I was unspotted in case of artillery, but now that he's fired, I gotta get him. Artillery gets me, which is very annoying because I was almost had his lower plate. Doesn't matter, I do pick up the side shot, put my driver back in action who was killed by the artillery. And now I'm going to try and hide behind this tiny rock. Now, I could go for the artillery, but the Churchill will shoot me. So I'm going to try and find a position on the Churchill whilst being arty safe, because I know the general direction the artillery's in. And you're going to see what I'm looking at is those rocks in front of me. Gonna move up, because I feel very, very confident taking out Churchill. Spot the arty. Fortunately, I cannot actually hit him yet, so I'm just going to leave him. He actually has lost health already. So, I'm going for the Churchill. One shot on the side, reverse to the rock, and again, I'm looking to see if the artillery's fired at me. Can I pick up the kill on the engine deck? Thankfully, yes I can. So that is my third kill, I believe. I'm still spotted, but I'm going to risk it anyway and start moving towards the artillery. He's been spotted, so now I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to get the kill, because that means our KV-4 Krivlovsky has seen him. And also artillery might pick up the kill. Curtis at this moment is yelling Ram, so that's what I'm going to try and do, but unfortunately KV-4 Krivlovsky does pick up the kill. But a good game nonetheless. My first few games, these were my like third and fifth game or something. I love this tank so much, so again, big shout out to Curtis for buying me it. 103,000 profit, even though I fired some hate, 3,500 damage, 300 assists and 3 kills, and this was a first class. So, me and Curtis first and second, nice to see. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.